Bam! Hey, sweetheart. How you feeling today? Are you feeling good? If you want to know how I achieved this very pride-tastic, fantastic look today, stay tuned. Here we go. First, we're going to start with some primer. We're still using the Ordinary. It's really nice. Really, really nice. If you haven't tried it, I totally recommend it. I bought mine off Sephora's website. Pending where you are, if you would use .ca or .com, I believe. But yeah, so I bought mine online from Sephora. And it's like the only primer I've been using. I do have another one to try, which I'm excited because with summer, I feel like that one's going to be a little bit more light and nice in the skin. So now we're going to go in with the foundation. Again, we're using the Dior Concealer as foundation, the ON color, because I'm super fair right now. Until I can actually get outside long enough, which I will be doing today, but silly enough, I'm putting makeup on. One of these days I will tan. To give myself a more natural contour look, I'm going in with my Kat Von D's Lock-It Foundation. And the spots where I normally contour is where I'm putting the foundation. Because I want a more sun-kissed glow, I'm going to be using my liquid foundation, or not my liquid foundation, sorry, my liquid frost. This color is Canary Bling. So I really, really do like these. I wish he would bring them back. I don't see them on his website. This is Jeffree Star. I'm just wearing like a basic blue dress I wore to bed last night. So here we are. I'm just putting a tiny little dollop because a little can go a long ways. I'm just putting it in my under eyes because that's where I want the highlight to be. I do want a more natural highlight where you see the rest of the foundation. So now it's time to go ahead and blend. We all know what this means. When this mirror came out at the beginning of the video, we all knew what was happening. Are we excited? I'm excited. This is the first time I'm using the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker collection as well. I have never touched it, so I'm excited to see what it's like. If it's anything like the rest of the palettes, it's going to mind-blow me. It's going to be out of this world fantastic. And as he mentioned earlier in the week, that he has a new palette coming out in July, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm pumped. And he just had a sale. He had a sale that was on from the 5th to the 8th of June, excuse me. It was buy one palette, get one free. I posted it on my socials, so I'm really hoping you guys did catch them. I'm excited to see what everybody got. Please let me know. I'm really curious, as I personally would loved to have gotten a few pieces I may or may not have. You can do the sale on beautylish.com as well as jeffreestar.com. Beautylish, for you other Canadians, Beautylish does tell you the prices in Canadian. Jeffree Star is through the American, but Jeffree Star is any palette, like any face palette. So like the highlighters, the eyes, those ones you can buy, like buy one get one free. On Beautylish they have like a set that you could buy. You could buy either like 2 orgies, an orgy and a mini orgy. It was every palette except for Conspiracy and Jawbreakers. Like, no mini Jawbreaker, no Jawbreaker. It was, I don't know. But on jeffreestar.com you could. So, again, each retailer gets to choose. So, I mean, each their own. It's sale, honey. Not a lot of money here to save. So if you're dying for that blood money collection, or you know that blood sugar, blue blood, like, I'm sorry, but blue blood, like, oh my gosh. I'm not gonna get started on that. And then Bloodlust, like, Bloodlust just, each palette just gets better and better to me. Like, I don't know how that's possible, because I mean, I love them all dearly. So, this look today, we're gonna use the Jawbreaker look, and what we're going to do is we're going to, inspired by Pride Month, we're going to do a rainbow look. I've never done a rainbow look on camera. I've done a few, but that's mostly the liners. So I'm excited to see what I'm gonna come out with all of this and the Jawbreaker eyeshadow palette. Yes, I'm using my Jawbreaker mirror with my Jawbreaker palette. I got a sweet tooth today. So now that the foundation and everything's all blended, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set it a little bit. I'm gonna use a little bit of setting powder as it's really hot out. I don't want to put too much because I don't want it to dry out and crack. So now we're gonna go ahead with the Too Faced setting powder. I know some people only set like their under. I think it tastes good. I know some people only set their under eyes. I set my entire eye because it's just too hard for me to try to set my under eye, because I'm scared to like punch myself in the face right in the eyeball. Like, no. But it also helps me set my eyes and concealer, because my eyes, they crease so bad. So I'd rather like just retouch it up with another concealer or primer on the eyes. I do use the Dior when I do re-prime my eyes for the look. And now I'm just going to take the leftover of the brush and just beat it all over my face. There's powder going everywhere, and I can smell it and taste it. That's the one thing about this powder I love. It smells and tastes so sweet. Mind you, I'm not going to eat it like I do my lip scrub, because lip scrub is meant to be eaten. Not really, but you know, it could be. I should have did this beginning of the video with throw my headband on, keep my hair to my face. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to prime the eyes, go right in and get her done. Again, we use minimal product. So I'm going to take a dry beauty blender and I'm going to actually just tap it on. Just like I'm cutting a crease, but instead of cutting the crease, I'm just, you know, priming the eye. I've seen a few different rainbow looks where they've done like half the colors on one eye, half the colors on the other. And that really inspired me. Like, oh, that's really cool. I want to try that. Someone who actually does not remember what goes where, I'm going to have to quickly jump off camera, refresh my brain, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So what I did was I pulled up another monitor, another screen, and I put it actually off camera, and it has a rainbow so I can follow it step by step. So I've decided I'm going to try something a little different today. Instead of doing rainbow on both eyes, I'm actually doing a rainbow just on one side of my face, and the other side is going to be a little surprise for you, I guess. So because we're going to be working with like so many colors, like 6 colors, we're going to actually work like from the inner corner out, and we're going to be very cautious because we want to blend them, but we don't want them to overpower each other either. So the very first color I'm seeing in the rainbow is a purple, and I do see here that we have Gumdrop, sorry guys, Gumdrop and Bite Me. So I think I might use a little bit of both. So I'm going to put like Gumdrop in the very inner corner, and I'm going to put a little bit of Bite Me just to help it transition into the indigo, which I'm thinking I'm going to use Delicious, and then I'm going to use Soaked. So it's going to be like a lot of colors going in there. I just stuck a finger in one of the colors. So I'm actually going to change my brush up, and I'm going to use this tiny little one. And we're going to go ahead with Gumdrop. This is going to be an over dramatic look today, and that's perfectly okay. I will be wearing this look throughout the day, so I will take some images for you guys. But happy Pride Month, everybody. I'm hoping everybody's having a good time, everybody's being safe, and at the end of the day, I'm really hoping that you are also being respected. Like, you have to remember this is a time where we get to celebrate for who we are, the LGBT community, and our allies. Please do not shun our allies as they want to celebrate with us. Yes, there is a few people out there that just are not an ally, and I mean, just let those people live. Like, they should let us live just as much as we should let them live. It's a two-way street. That's what I want to get at. It's a two-way street, and I want everybody to understand that. In order for us to accomplish greatness, we must work together as a whole. Like, everybody in the entire world, we're all humans. At the end of the day, we all just want to survive. And we all just want to live. So why should me being me affect somebody else? Unless I'm actually physically involved with you and there's some sort of tension or anything of that sort where it does come into a conflict, that's the only time I feel it's necessary for someone to get upset or get involved. Like, other than that, like, mind your own effing business. That was enough of my rant, I'm sorry. I went a little hard there. I'm just, like, going really into my brow bone area because I'm planning on drawing my brows on, potentially. But I also want to, like, smoke this right out into it. Because I want, like, a big, dramatic look. So the next color is blue. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do the indigo, and then I'm going to do the soaked. So delicious and then soaked. So let's go ahead with delicious. We're going to put delicious half on, half off. I know I should be using my Jawbreaker mirror right now, but it's a little bit easier for me to just hold the palette and work with it. But I promise you, when I do my contour and highlight in the rest of my face, I will use it then. This delicious color is really cute. I really like it. It's like, reminds me of like Undertaker, but like more like glittery. So I'm gonna go with soaked. So, oh, soaked is so pretty. Again, like half on. So a little patchy, but I think it's on me. So I'm actually just gonna go fully over delicious with soaked. Just because I do have like a smaller eye and I'm just wanting to really get my colors in there. And I know this looks really messy, but in the end, it will turn out, I promise. It's like an art form, you know, just take your time. So now we have our purple and blue on. It's time to go in with the green. And we're going to go in with sour, which is this beautiful, beautiful green. As you can tell, I'm not knocking anything extra off because I want that super high pigment. Okay, that's really cute. Like, I'm loving that it's not like symmetrical and like pretty. It's like smoking in and it's really, really cute. So now that we have sour in there, it's time to do wow, which is going to be our yellow. We're gonna go in with that, and then after that, we're gonna go in with an orange, which I think is gonna be suck, and then we're gonna go in with licorice. So it's literally these three colors are gonna be like the smoke. This is the first time I'm seeing a yellow shadow actually be yellow and very pigmented. I am literally saying, wow, like, that's gorgeous. Jeffree, you have surprised me. I'm sorry, like, oh my god. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm like starting to tear up. Jesus. Like, this reminds me of like my high school days because I mean, I was that crazy little boy that like literally would go to school with half my face like this, the other half like look like a boy, draw a little mustache on. It was ironic because in high school I couldn't grow facial hair. In college, yeah. Started my transition, yeah. Where were you in high school? Like, really? Just late to the party. So now we're going in with Suck. So I found that I find it easier if I'm actually just doing a tapping motion rather than the blending motion. And as you guys can tell, I ran out of eye. Like, that's just really cute. So now it's time to go in with some licorice. And I feel like licorice is going to be something I'm like, I should really, like... The licorice should just, like, pull right up in there. I love being messy, you guys. I'm sorry. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually going in with all the colors going backwards. Just so I can get like a little bit more pigmentation blended into each other. And I'm also raising it up a little bit, as you can tell. Because I want to like create like a nice smoke down. Whoops. So now it's time to do the under eye, and the under eye I'm just going to try to like put a little bit of blue and green in there. Not going to bother with the yellow, I think, because the red's like pulling down. So the red kind of makes up for those two colors, but I'm going to try to put like a tiny little bit of blue and a little bit of green. And we all know, I talk about this frequently on my channel, how my eyes are very sensitive, so I have to be careful when I'm like putting product underneath. Because if not, we will have a waterfall, and we don't want a waterfall. Not with these colors, as fun as it sounds. And also, you guys, Glamnetic has these beautiful rainbow lashes called Power. I would recommend checking out Glamnetic too. They are fantastic. I love them. I will be wearing my Glamnetic lashes today. Not in Power. I do not have those ones. I do wish I did. I mean, pride's not over yet, honey. A little bit of messy underneath, that's okay. So now it's just gonna be like the time to like blend this all together. Make it nice and cohesive. I'm gonna take 2 different brushes and the other mirror because that one was starting to cramp up my hand. So I'm gonna take a nice little fluffy brush as well as this tiny little, I know this one can blend. This one is my, I'm hoping it blends brush because I prefer this one because it's softer and I can control it better. As opposed to this one, I find this one's like very, very, has its own mind and you're just like, don't do that. So let's go ahead and blend. I'm not a fan of what it did over here with the red. It smoked it up, but I didn't smoke it out really pretty. So I might have to go back in. But first I'm going to try and see what I can do with this one. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of licorice again, or maybe a little bit of raspberry. Because raspberry is a little bit darker, so I'm going to take some of this, I think. And really just put it in there and just try to smoke it out. Licorice. So now that the rainbow eye is done, I'm really liking it. It's really cute. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this eye for you guys. I'm going to do it on camera, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until the very end. So I'm sure everybody's going to be able to know as soon as I start doing it, which I'm excited. Didn't realize I wasn't filming. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, so what I did was I brought the blue out, smoked it up, and then I took it and I wiped it into there. And I took the pink and I'm sharpening it down. As you guys can tell, it's slowly coming in. It's very similar to this one, but a little bit different as well. Because the shapes are very, very close. Very, not exact. It's okay. But yeah, so that is my eye looks. That is me playing with the Jawbreaker for the very first time. And it was in June, Pride Month, so I thought it would be perfect to take this rainbow palette and do a rainbow look. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump right into the rest of the face. So we're going to do the brows and the contours, the lips. The lips, I have an idea what I'm going to do. So it's gonna be exciting. Perfect, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the brows. So as we have drawn up here, so we can actually just like bring it right down and then pull it and then use this, come up to a point and then fill her in. I decided to give myself a tiny little bit of an arch, and I see like I could take a little bit of blue or white and put it in there. We'll see. So what I do is when I take product is like, because it's so thick, I have to like really scrape in there and like, yeah, so like that's why I'm like contemplating. I'm like, this is just getting too dry to use, so I really don't want to say goodbye to this, but it's getting too much. It's getting way too hard to use. It's been my baby since I've lost my brow. Didn't lose my brows, but since I've taken my brows off, it's been my baby. I do have the white version of that, which I could have used today and really vamped it up and done like a rainbow brow and like a trans brow and stuff. But that's something I can do in another video later on, I feel, because Pride is just beginning. So you guys have to remember that this is just the beginning. There's so much more to come. See, I'm giving myself a little arch here too, and it's like the red like blending into it, which is really nice. Then my brows are very similar, although you can't really quite tell that they're on because my eyes were like very pop. So I really like that. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit of blue, or like a little bit of brain freeze, and I'm just gonna smoke it out into there with my finger. So I did mention I'm going to use my Glamnetic lashes, so I do need to put my liner on. I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it on. Well, it's a good thing that it looks decent. I do need to fix this wing later. No, I'm meant to let it dry because I'm meant to go in with my actual like felt tip liner, which is not magnetic. So when it comes to the wings, I'm not picky whether it's magnetic or not because I'm not putting the lashes directly on the wing. But it's nice to have like a little bit into the wing. So I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start drawing my wings, or drawing the outline, and then filling it in with the liquid. So I do need to let that dry. So while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face. So we're going to go ahead and do contouring and lips, and then we'll throw the lashes on. As you can tell, I didn't do mascara either, so I will be doing some mascara. So first is contour. These are very close, hang on. There, you guys can see my full face. First is contour, so I'm gonna go ahead back in with my Laguna by NARS, because this is like just, it's so good. I will need new contours eventually, but I still have my Kat Von D's I'm digging into off and on. I'm so sorry guys, my eye is leaking again. That is not good. So I will contour my forehead today. I normally don't, but I do feel, not the need, but I do feel like it would be appropriate because I do plan on having a high pony. So whenever I have my hair pulled back throughout the day and I know I'm going out in public, I try to contour just a little bit. I don't try to over contour my forehead anymore. I did it once and it just, I didn't care for it. So I just try to give myself like a little bit of a shape in there, and just so that way keep everything like focused on here. So now it's time for blush, and I'm contemplating, I think I'm gonna use my Too Faced because my Too Faced is more pinkish. I do have my cavity palette with Candy Frost up in there. Trying to blend, you guys. So I do have Candy Frost, and we all know I love Frozen Peach. So I think I'm gonna do Frozen Peach on this side and Candy Floss on this side. So I'm picking up like a lot of product as much as I can, because I really want to like be harsh. perfect. And that's going to be blended out again, so don't worry about the harshness. Now it's time to go in with candy floss. Makeup is makeup. Enjoy it. Have fun. Look at me. I'm a clown today. And I don't care. Like, I love what I do. I love, love, love it. If you love what you do, don't stop. Honestly, don't stop. There's something in my eyebrow, and I'm not 100% sure what it is. That's very tacky. Not dry enough yet. So now we can go ahead and we can, ooh, I should probably blend a little bit up here, just so that way it's a little bit more natural. Ooh, highlight. We forgot to do the highlight. You know what the highlight of my day is? I'm sorry, that was really cheesy. So I'm going to use sour ice on this side, Gag Me on this side. I was planning on using Gag Me all over, but then when I started doing like the multicolored foundations and like the basically Too Faced, because I'm a Too Faced. I'm just kidding, I'm not anymore. I'm very blunt now. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. So we're going in with sour ice first. And as I mentioned, I'm going to do sour ice on the Pride rainbow side. So pretty. I'm just going to pull it up. I'm just going to pull it up right into here. So I'm just going to like tap most of it down here and then pull it up into here. I'm just going to take my little bit of extra. Throw it on top of there, you know, just right on top of the brow bone. Why not? I'm trying to keep my highlight toned down a little bit today. I know today's like the day you should be like, oh, you should be super, super high, super oof, and I feel like it is. Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't want to overdo it and look like a glam alien. I made a new word, guys. But yes, so I'm just trying to keep like the highlighter very soft. Normally I do it so that way the camera is blinded, and then in person, like, you can't even look at me because I'm just boom. So I'm very toned down today with the highlights. This is Gag Me. We all know her. She was the first one I used. I love Gag Me, I'm sorry. I literally just said I'm not gonna go blinding it, and here I am like blinding. I'm like so temperamental. I'm so sorry, guys. That was not something I meant to do. It's not bad looking, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do my lips, and then hopefully my lashes will be ready. If not, also a little bit of mascara on, let it dry. And eventually I'll put my lashes on, because I do try to wait, because they say to let it like dry to like 80% to 100, and I'm like, I'd rather wait the whole 100. Plus I don't know which eyelashes I'm gonna wear today. I want to wear something super fun and funky. But now it's time to go into the lips. I will be doing some lip scrub because I can feel like my lips are super dry, and I'm gonna use both. That was breakfast. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my lip balm in Diet Shane. So this was my boyfriend's, and it got really hot at his work and it kind of melted. So now I have to be very careful when I use it, because he's like, yeah, it broke, I don't want it anymore. I'm like, I'll use it. I'm not gonna waste it. Are you crazy? He does use it when we're out and about though. So it's basically like the community lip balm. That sounds really gross, I know. When I say community, I mean the two of us. So I do want to wait a few minutes and let that set in a few minutes, because if I don't, I feel like it's just going to like run everywhere. But during that few minutes, I will be going off camera. I'm going to get all my lip products out that I'm going to be using, because like I said, it's going to be a little bit more of a fun look today. Okay guys, so I've decided I'm going to use Crocodile Tears from the Jeffree Star Money Honey bundle, and I'm going to use Blow Pony from the Queen Bitch bundle. We all know I love the Queen Bitch bundle. I've been using it with Bloodlust. I've been using it off camera with my Bloodlust collection. The Bloodlust collection actually surprisingly swooped me off my feet, where I'm just like, I can't help it. But now it like does Jawbreaker look, like I can't help it. Like it's so good. It's so freaking good. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do the lips. I know I keep rambling on. We are waiting for the liner to dry. It's taking a little bit longer than expected. I think it's something to do with the heat. So I'm going to actually go ahead. I'm going to do Crocodile Tears. I think I want to do it on my bottom lip. And I want to do Blow Pony on the top. So as this is like a brand new product that I've never used yet, I shook it up. I'm not going to swatch it as it's going on my lips bare first. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do that. Oh my god. I will not lie, Crocodile Tears. Oh my goodness. So what I do is every time I apply a different color, I always let the other one dry first. As you can tell, like that little bit of Crocodile Tears is getting into the upper lip, so Blow Pony will be going on top of that. So I will work around that and see if I need to like clean out the top lip first and then put Blow Pony, which I'm probably going to do because I don't want to have any muddiness. I want to keep everything like pristine and gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go with Blow Pony. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let it dry. So have let them dry. That's what that it was. Sorry guys. But I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to redo the Crocodile Tears just a little bit on my bottom lip as I do want to bring the pout out a little bit more. Okay, I do have to take a second though and like point out like the packaging is just really cute. Like that little green, I love. It's a little muddy on the sides. I will fix those up. Okay guys, so I touched up my lips a little bit. They're not perfect, but they will do. So now it's time to go ahead with the mascara before we do put the lashes on. So I'm using the Milk Kush mascara again today because again, I do prefer using this, especially with my falsies. I do prefer using the more liquidy and more precise, I guess. It covers each lash individually instead of doing a big clump. I don't know. I like it. Shouldn't make excuses. It's just truth. But yes, I do prefer the more liquidy formula compared to like a more chunky, thick formula when it comes to falsies. And I'm not even wearing falsies right now. My lashes are like so long. I like wearing falsies because it gives me more volume. And I know it's crazy because I mean like I have crazy nice lashes now. I am a little cautious. This one has like the black line coming into the under eye. This one does not. So I'm just trying to like even them out without actually having to pull out my liner again. Although I really do like the way they look now because this one is more like yes, and this one's like yeah. So I think I'm gonna keep them where they are. I'm just gonna go ahead and find my Glamnetics that I want to put on today, and then we will just go ahead and slap them on, girl. So I'm actually going to be wearing my Lush lashes by Glamnetics. So these ones are like the softer, I think these ones are mink. I could be wrong. I do apologize if I'm wrong, but yes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this one's my left eye. It should be. I actually massage them so that way they're a little bit more flexible. Just so that way they can connect a little bit more simple. And they will like more bend towards my eye. So we can tell that it's already connecting because it's like snapping in. I can feel it. Again, we're having issues with my inner corner. I always prefer to start with the inner corner, but they suggest to start with the outer. So that's what I do. But I could have these on backwards too. It could honestly be a thing that I'm doing by accident. I don't know. We'll see. I want to try. Sorry, guys. Okay. I thought they like tore off some liner. I was like, no, please no. Hold up. Wait a minute. Why did these ones go on so much nicer and so much easier on this side? Oh my goodness. I've been putting my lashes on backwards this entire time. Oh my goodness me. I'm pretty sure I've been putting my lashes on backwards. But, oh my. That's pretty. Time to go ahead and do the other lash. Wow, that's all I gotta say is wow. Like, this is really cute. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go off camera. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for my day. Well guys, I'm back. My hair's up. I have a little flyaway. That's okay. And I'm wearing a little cute little black dress today. I decided I wanted to wear something super neutral because I'm doing such a bright and like glam base. I wanted to keep like my clothing very neutral and soft. Normally I will do loud on loud. So the one thing I forgot to do was setting spray. So I didn't quite forget this. I want to do it on camera with you guys. But with my lashes, I'm very cautious on using setting spray. I will be using a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy ham. But yes, I do want to set my face, especially like my lip area, because I have two different colors going on. So it's something I really definitely want to look at and just really block in there. I do want to hold in my eyes. And yes, I'm really hoping you guys really enjoyed this look today. I really had fun doing it. And again, happy Pride Month, everybody. So without further ado, we're going to end this video with a splash. It's so good. It smells like pineapples. My Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Setting Spray. Best yet. I mean, the Morphe aerosol can with the Jeffree star was top notch, and now that it's no longer being made, I have a new favorite. And it's very refreshing too, especially during like these summer months where it's getting warmer. You want something that's going to be a little bit more refreshing to you and cooling you down. At the same time, it's locking your look in, because you don't want to be going down the street in something and all of a sudden like your face is melting off like you are a witch in the Wizard of Oz, being soaking wet like, I'm melting! So yes guys, I do want to thank you so much for sticking around through this entire crazy video. As I mentioned earlier, this is one out of many coming. With Pride Month happening, I'm definitely going to be dipping into more and more and more. That is my last palette that I have not used yet. So now that we used all the palettes, it's time to mix and match. I'm excited as from now on, we're going to do monochromatic looks, like the rainbow. So we're going to start with red on the next look. I'm hoping you guys are really excited. Stay tuned.